Alrighty, and we're here with the Post-Op Drive Time podcast.
Post-op.
I'm your host, Parker Brown, and I'm joined by the illustrious, whatever the fuck that means,
Alfred Barnes.
and we are pretending to have energy, but we
Are tired.
We gotta be honest with you, fan base,
we
who
are
we love.
we are winded.
We're a little winded, so this might be a little silly more than it is just complete,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So we just we performed at a place called Dirty Water,
Yeah.
which I would say lived up to its name.
Oh my god, dude! All right, we just have to talk. We're not hating on the mic at all, but
No. The mic was fun.
the mic was very fun, and especially they had a huge audience for the first maybe 13, 14 comics,
And we sat at
Two.
the 16th and 17th spot.
but there's still good people
Yeah,
there.
there's
It's
still people.
it's better than some of those open mics where you literally performing to nobody. Not that
Right.
I would know anything about that, because of my following, but.
Cloud.
Okay, so you go in this place, and there's a restaurant on the bottom floor, and then you go up a flight of stairs, and there's a bar on the second floor, and then you go up another set of stairs, and these stairs, too, aren't, straight up and down. They're going back into the building. So this is a diagonally shaped establishment, and so you're on the third floor, and then you go through a tented walkway, and it's raining, so you hear the rain, and then you go up
under a canopy.
under a canopy, and then you go up a final flight of stairs, and that's the mic room. And I would say I kind of like going to an interesting architectural place. You know what I mean?
Agree. Maybe I'll post it on our Instagram page, but I took a video of the walk out.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
No, you walk up the stairs and there's a small nightclub on the left, just bumping, and then you go up the other flight. There's the bar, and then you walk through a marsh. There was a marsh that had wooden planks, like you were at a rice field in Japan. You waddled across
You
that.
can just say rice field. You don't have to say it.
You
Oh,
don't
well.
have to specify. But well, yeah, and you had to go through those plastic barriers that
Yeah.
separate the refrigeration section at a grocery store. It was wild.
You know what it honestly kind of reminded me of? And this is gonna sound weird, but it kind of reminded me on going in between carts on a train. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can see it. Yes, every room had a different vibe.
Yeah.
I felt we were gonna walk past some old Asian men playing baccarat or something in the back room.
We were gonna go
or
into a room we
mahjong.
weren't supposed to, and there's mafia people killing somebody
Yeah, they
back
all
there.
turn around and they just all have cigarettes loosely hanging from their lips. I don't know if there was a smoking section, but people were certainly smoking. I don't know what
What is it with Virginia mics
Yeah.
and DC mics and people just disregarding smoking law? Maybe we're the prudes.
Yeah.
Maybe the rest of the country
It's
is
cool.
like this. Is they keep the smoking laws on the books, but Baltimore is the only nerd country where
country.
the nerd. Oh Jesus Christ! You can tell. You can tell. We're both completely sober too.
Yeah.
So this is just tiredness, and that's definitely what we'll tell the police if we get pulled over.
Yeah, well, I was saying during the last podcast, I came into it feeling a little anxious, and then podcasting while driving in the pouring rain was definitely not helping. So I was just a ball, and I'm not an anxious person, but I was so full of anxiety when we got there. I was I need some fucking alcohol right now.
Did you drink?
No, I didn't.
Oh
But
hell
I
yeah!
I
Stay
was
strong, brother.
starting to get the jitters. I was damn,
You
we
did.
are on, what is it, January 25th or 26th or whatever today is.
Yeah.
I was I literally have to make it 5 more days. And I was oh, man.
That's crazy that the month's almost gone by.
Yeah, it is wild.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna drink a bunch on February 1st?
Well, I have off
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, so I can. I could definitely do an all-day bender.
You're gonna do all the drinking you're supposed to do in January.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna catch up, make up for lost time. But I know we talk about drunk driving and cops every drive home.
Yeah.
But I did think of
It's because it's a part of our lives.
it is. It's part of our
No, it's not.
our being. But I was thinking how they do field sobriety tests 60 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Well, because they would just let people off all the time.
No, drunk driving wasn't even on the books 60
Yeah.
years ago.
It was just some I just had a few before I drove home.
Oh yeah. No, that used to be totally allowed. My dad used to tell me stories about rural Tennessee, and Like you could like flip your car and they just give you a ride home. They wouldn't charge you with anything.
Yeah,
you know
it's because
what I
they
mean?
used to be fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, this is my point. I think that the field sobriety test should be racing the police officer, and if you can beat them in a race,
Yeah.
you get to go home.
I think it should be a foot race, though.
Well, I'd lose. I don't think it should be a foot race. I think it should be a lap of Mario Kart. That's probably the safest thing. They should all just have swishes.
You ever done drunk Mario Kart where you have to finish your drink before you finish the race?
AKA Beerio Kart?
Oh, you call it Beerio Kart?
Yeah.
I like it. Where you have to like pull over because you can't drink and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that like is scary about that is that there are 4 races in a cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me and my old roommate used to do that, and then, and like you're drinking 4 beers in like maybe 15 minutes, and that is a lot for anybody. You know what I mean?
No, dude. You know what was a challenge that I did that was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Is it's like you drink for 60 minutes straight, and every single minute you take a shot of beer. All right?
A power hour?
Yeah, power hour. Yeah.
I've done a power hour.
Dude, I don't know why, but it was just like it wasn't even like I was drunk. I was just so tired of drinking beer. I was like, bro, why is this awful?
Also, well, pouring a shot of beer is just unnatural. You know what I mean?
It's weird. Like
that's like drinking wine through a straw. It's like you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah, like everything about it felt wrong. And like I think around 45 minutes I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not fucking doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's a lot of beer too. I mean, even if you just have a 1 ounce shot, that's 10 beers in an hour. That's pretty crazy.
yeah.
I'd be drunk off my ass. 10 beers.
Yeah, well, I think we were doing like the ounce and a half shot glasses or whatever.
Yeah, so if I could do math, I'd figure that one out. But
Yeah.
that's a beer every 4 minutes is 6 hours. A beer every 8 minutes. 60 divided by 8 is
almost 8. It's like 7.5, something like that. I think it's 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you on that one because my brain, sometimes my brain just don't be working. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It calls in sick.
True, brains don't be working. but
Jesus.
But yeah, that show we were doing. Also, look, I don't want to generalize or anything, but some seedy characters were lurking around outside.
You thought so?
Well,
Oh yeah. I got accosted by a homeless
yeah,
man.
When we walked up, there was like a lady talking to herself while she was crossing the crosswalk, and it was like very clear she didn't have any kind of Bluetooth device or anything. But I was like,
No, I think she was talking into a phone on speaker. I could be wrong though.
maybe, but crackheads
Okay.
be doing that too.
That's true. But no, I got accosted outside. But I'm not gonna lie. Here's my thing: if you're gonna be homeless and ask people for money, I think that's cool as long as you're nice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Agreed.
And you can even do like the second ask. I think that's okay as long as after the second ask you're like, you know what, man, you have a good night. I respect you.
Yeah.
You know, because oh shit, what the fuck?
Was that a fucking Range Rover?
We got a if you're driving on I-195 and you see a Range Rover
with temporary tags.
temporary, we know why they're temporary, because his life's gonna be temporary.
Damn. Yeah, once our little driveies listening to the podcast, fucking take him out.
No, it was a cool mic though. There were some comics talking. Okay, and me and Al are both professional headlining touring comedians. So
Cream
I
of the
think
crop.
we're okay when we say, it's totally cool to talk during someone's set as long as you're making fun of people in the room. If you're just talking about regular life, like oh hey, how are you? Like that is fucking annoying. But if you're like, this dude fucking sucks balls,
Yeah.
that's totally cool.
Iconic.
Say it as loud as you want. But don't be like, I got a new purse today. Not that it's only women that talk, but at this show it was. But
Well, no, look, and also, I was frustrated because there was a Rift bucket, Like, so for those of you who don't know, a riff bucket is when they put topics into a bucket. You pull.
I like the
riff
riff
on
bucket. Yeah.
I like the riff bucket too.
You're good at the riff bucket.
I appreciate that.
You're good at the riff bucket.
I was trying.
Ow! Oh, sorry. I'll let you tell it. You're
Well, no, I was just frustrated
Sorry.
because, like, I think, 3-4 comics before
Yeah.
us, of the 15 that went before us, didn't use the riff bucket. Like,
Yep.
it's there. I think everybody should have to do at least one.
Yeah, I think you can at least try. I think you can also go, I got nothing, and get the fuck off stage, too.
Right.
There's no
Yeah.
shame in that. You tried. You did your best.
Yeah. But you gotta pull it.
Yeah. But, Al, you went up and you did, like 15 riffs?
Yeah.
And I'd say a lot of them hit.
I think, like, at least 40%, which is
Yeah.
honestly better than I thought it was going to be.
Batting average. You don't know what
Yeah.
the pitch is going to be.
Yeah, but what bothered me is that the one lady who went up and she's like, I wrote a riff, and I was like, I don't think you understand what a riff is. Because that's the literal opposite of what a riff is.
You mean you wrote stand-up comedy, the thing
Yeah.
we're doing right now?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
That's-
great,
that's
great job. That's day one.
Yeah, that's the regular part of doing stand-up.
Oh, and also, I think we just have to say, for the record, our opinion on political stand-up comedy is, you don't do it
If
unless you're really fucking good at comedy.
Literally only Lewis Black.
Well, Shane has some good ones. I've always been a Janine Garofalo fan too,
Yeah.
and she has she can be very political on the left and be very funny. But if you're, it's this is the thing, or my theory at least. If you want to do political comedy, you care about politics too much.
Right.
And so you'll make jokes that no one gets because they don't care about politics as much as
Yeah.
you. If you make jokes about, your dick and balls, a lot of people are familiar with that, and they'll go, sometimes my pee goes on the toilet seat too. You know what I mean?
Dude, can you imagine a political comic when, like, Kennedy got shot?
Oh my God.
They're like, politicians be dying. Ain't that crazy? Imagine fucking, what was the guy named who shot it? I always want to say it's Marco Rubio, but
Harvey
that's a politician.
Oswald, right?
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
If you believe the government.
If you believe whatever they say.
Because,
Oh, dude, you know what's awesome is I went to there's like a museum right beside in Dallas where Kennedy got shot.
Yeah.
There's a museum like documenting everything. And me and Jackie went in it. First things first. Definitely an inside job.
You think so?
Dude, like, okay, the medical examiner like accidentally spilled something on his report and had to redo it from memory like days later. And I was like, all right. Like, I read that and I was like, I don't know about that.
Damn.
Dude,
They couldn't, this is the thing that I don't understand. They can kill the president, but they can't kill the medical examiner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, also, here's the deal. I had to leave the overlook where he was shot from. I had to walk out so
The
nobody
grassy knoll.
so nobody would see me laughing. Okay?
Are you serious?
Here's why. Me and Jackie are here. We're like right in the fucking we're in the sniper's pit.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
We're looking from his perspective what
Yeah.
he saw that day. And they have X's on the street where each shot was fired, like where it made contact.
Okay.
All right. 2 teenage girls ran out and were taking selfies on the X's where Kennedy got shot.
Oh my God.
And I was like, hell yeah, you do your and like it's a road, like cars are coming by, so they're like risking their lives to be like, oh my God, remember when Kennedy got fucking blasted?
Oh God, dude. Posting Kennedy pics.
Yeah.
Oh God.
R.I.P. JFK.
That's the new thirst trap. Someone twerking on where Kennedy got assassinated.
But that is like one conspiracy theory that I wholeheartedly believe. I think there's
Who do you think did it?
I don't know, but I think there's something real fucking shady with the
Yeah.
I don't think one guy was like, you know what, I'm having a hard time in the mailroom. I think I'm gonna kill the fucking president. Like, I'm not buying that.
You never worked in a fucking mailroom,
Yeah,
though.
that's true. Going postal takes on a whole new fucking meaning.
And let's just say back in the 60s, too, there's a reason it was called the mail room. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, because women
weren't allowed in.
women don't be mailing.
Women don't be
What are they
mailing.
gonna get? Catalogs for vacuum cleaners? These fucking old broads.
What? Dude, Jerry Seinfeld definitely would have a bit on the difference between men and women mailing a letter.
Oh,
that would
sure.
definitely be something that
Have
I
you ever
can-
seen the way a
Yeah.
man licks an envelope? It's subtle. Women get their whole tongue on it.
Because you don't want to look gay. If you look gay mailing a letter, people can tell.
Have you ever seen a gay guy mail a letter? He puts his cock in the envelope.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I think that's the best bit we've done on Drive Time so far is Jerry Seinfeld's mailing a letter bit.
Oh man, dude.
What's the deal with the riff bucket? Dude, Jerry Seinfeld with the riff bucket. All right, now that's another combo. What the fuck happened to this guy? He just has trash littered behind him.
Yeah, we got
littered behind his car, and then he just pulled over. Like what happened? Did your trash can break? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we got disabled vehicle.
Yeah.
On 295 right now,
295.
right before the Arundel Mills Boulevard exit.
11:05 p.m.
Yeah.
on Wednesday night. So if you guys are driving, watch out. Be safe. That's what we need to label this as. This is a comedy podcast.
Safety.
This is a safety podcast.
Safety first. All right.
If we get pulled over by a cop, you know what we have to tell them? We have to tell them we're taking pictures for Google Maps and then just hold up the microphones and see if they believe it.
Just hold the microphone to the cop.
Yeah,
Hey, we
yeah.
gotta get you for our
Yeah,
job.
yeah. Do you want to be in the shot? You'll be in the shot if people Google this highway address.
No, don't say anything. I gotta get the atmospheric noise first.
Oh God.
Oh man, but yeah, Jerry Seinfeld. What's the deal with Jerry Seinfeld? Fucking meta.
Have you ever noticed the difference between when women do impressions of Jerry Seinfeld and men do impressions of Jerry Seinfeld?
They're the same, but one has tits.
Oh God.
Jerry Seinfeld, what a legend.
He's so memeable. I just love that some people think he's like the best stand-up comic of all time. I kind of get it.
He is the richest.
You think he's the richest?
No, I know. He's worth like $950 million.
Are you serious?
Dude, him and Larry David are both worth almost $1 billion from Seinfeld.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's that TV money.
Yeah, I mean they got to be making like at least $10 million in residuals every year. That shit plays all the time, and it's the show that like everybody watches. It's like, you know.
I mean, you have to. I mean, it's. I'm doing a rewatch, and it is truly great television. I mean, It is just like there are some moments that are like sitcom-y, especially early on.
Right.
But once you get into like season 3, it's like pretty much establishes itself as like an anti-sitcom.
Here's an opinion. I think season 3 of every show ever is normally the best season.
Okay,
Like
let's
3
go
and
through
4.
it.
One show at a time.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think.
You could go 2 or 3 with Avatar.
You could go 2 or 3. I would totally agree.
For sure.
Number 1 kind of does suck my dick and balls, though.
Yeah, it's
but
alright. But
it's alright.
Dude, yeah.
Season 3 of Legend of Korra is the best season, I would say.
I agree with that. Yeah, with Zahir.
Yeah, with Henry
Airbending.
Rollins.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, season 2 is dog shit.
Season 3 of The Sopranos is, I would say that too. I think 4 and 5 and 6. Well, 4 is still pretty good, but 5 and 6 are kind of. They stuck the landing, but they got a little wobbly right towards the end.
Well, season 3 of Bar Rescue is actually legitimately does have my favorite episode because it's the first one he leaves without rescuing the bar.
Which bar is it again? Remind me.
It's called the O Face.
I think I remember this one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because the owner's like to the bouncer, he's like, I'll give you $10,000 raise if you beat the fuck out of that guy right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
He says that to someone?
Yeah.
Does the bouncer do it?
No. He's like, either you beat him up or I'm going to. And John Taffer's like, I've never seen something so disrespectful in my life.
Oh, wait, I thought John Taffer was telling that guy too.
No, John Taffer wasn't paying somebody to beat somebody up.
Oh, God. Dude, John Taffer is the best, too.
Oh, I love him.
I want him
so
to
much.
rescue other businesses, though.
Dude, did you ever see his spin-off Marriage Rescue?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he tried to, like, he did a show or they were in like fucking Malibu or whatever at this giant resort, and he'd be like, you need to eat a pussy, right? Like,
does he really say shit like
he's
that?
Just like he's like trying to counsel their marriage.
Oh my god!
It'll be like people. They'd be like, I cheated on my husband 47 times, and you're like, oh, maybe you shouldn't be together.
And then he does this dopey smile where he's like, now how can we bring everybody together?
Yeah, dude, it's wild. He's like, and also John Taffer's on his second marriage. Like,
Yeah.
maybe not the guy.
Maybe rescue your own man.
Yeah.
He brings his own wife onto marriage rescue.
Yeah, and dude, like, but
She's like, that's the problem, John. Everything's a TV show for you. And he's like,
yeah. Well, what I love is they do like after bar rescue, they like put up the statistics. They're like, liquor sales are up 15%.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with this show. They're like, they're communicating 30% more, and you're
What?
like, hell yeah, dude. It's
how the
awesome.
fuck do you measure that?
I don't know, but it's like they're like communicating more. They're
Do they
talking
put up
about
how
their feelings.
often they have sex? Because that's a real one, dude. Larry and Samantha tried fisting after the episode.
They took a chance with swinging.
Yeah, it did not work out.
Oh man, but yeah, no, John Taffer. He also did a competition one with the guy who does Restaurant Impossible, that fucking shredded British dude.
Oh.
I don't remember his name, but they did like a competition, and it was kind of awkward, to be honest, because they're like two big, like weird, lurchy guys.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about like boomers in their 50s, like white guy boomers in their like 50s, is like all of those skills they think are transferable to any situation.
Yeah.
They think, like, if you can run a bar, you can save a marriage. It's like, no, those are two completely
Totally
different things.
In
You need, like, a calm woman that's like, and why did you suck 37 dicks? Because I was hurt. And it's like, yes, we're getting somewhere.
I've also, I've only met, like, 2 or 3 bar owners in my life, but they were all in their second marriage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they're the people to be doing it.
And also, people that own a bar are either gigantic, like successful, gigantic assholes,
right?
Or like the employees are just stealing, robbing them blind at every point. There is no in between, in my experience, too. Like that's not just bar rescue. Like it's either like, oh, these people dined and dashed, you're gonna have to cover their $300 bill out of your paycheck. Which is so
fucked up.
Or they're like, it's like you go there in like, my kind of bar where. The person pours you all of your drinks and then gives you a $5 tab and is like, tip me well. And you're like, okay. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I fucking, my favorite part of bar rescue, I know we talked about bar rescue already.
Listen, we're building themes.
Yeah, we like to
through lines.
Through lines. People want to come back to hear our new takes on bar rescue.
Maybe that should be like a segment of the show is we watch an episode of Bar Rescue and then talk about what happens. The best episode of Bar Rescue, of course, is the pirate episode where there's a dude that legitimately wants to be a pirate.
Yeah.
Like that's his identity is...
No, that one's also awesome because it's in Silver Spring, Maryland.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And like John Taffer changes it. It's one of the most successful bar changes too, where immediately just starts making hella money and the woman's like... But it's not a pirate bar anymore.
Now, here's what I will say. This is a point. My one friend who is a head chef at a restaurant. He knows his shit. But what he says is kind of a good point. He's like, people start this business and want it to be like their thing. This is their vision, even though it's not necessarily going to make money. Like that's what they want. And so the pirate theme, he did that shit out of spite. That's the best episode, but it's also kind of my least favorite. Because they're like, we want to just be loose and have fun and be pirates, and we don't want to be corporate. And then he named the bar The Corporate.
He did do some. That is all right. Now that you put it that way, that is true, and that is a little out of pocket to just shit on someone's dreams.
Yeah, like the other ones, they'll be like the one. This woman opened an Irish bar. She was on a pier. And she's like, this pier needs an Irish bar. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Make it a tiki bar or whatever. Like, obviously, it should be beach-themed. That makes sense. She's not crying. She's like some middle-aged black woman. What the hell does she care about Irish shit?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, that makes sense. Nobody's going to be bummed about that. But then other people are like, this place is my whole identity, and you changed everything about it. Like, I don't know.
I get that, but... I think the thing is, like, if you're going to start a business, you have to at least try to make money or not complain about when you don't make money. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree
you can't have it both ways. It can't be like an art piece of a bar and then also be like, I'm $700,000 in debt, but I want to keep it's like your vision failed.
What there's such disparity in how in debt people are. Like sometimes they'll be like,
yeah,
I'm $50,000 in debt.
yeah,
And
and they'll like that person will cry, and then the person will be like,
I'm $1.2 million in debt.
And John Taffer knows. He's like, okay, even if this bar makes like $100,000 in profit every year, which would be an incredible turnaround. You're not going to be out of debt for 12 fucking years before you even put a penny in your pocket,
Right.
Which is just crazy. And also the interest on some of these loans, like if you do a calculation.
Yeah, true. You're losing money faster than you're paying it off.
Oh, totally. I mean, that's why bankruptcy exists, so that you can start a business and not die.
Yeah.
I heard this the other day that one of the best parts about business in America is the bankruptcy laws, because you can start an LLC, you can put everything in the LLC. You do have to put in some of your own money,
right?
But let's say you get like a ridiculous amount in debt, you just declare bankruptcy on the company.
Yeah.
You don't lose any of your personal assets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you committed straight up fraud. Other countries aren't like that. You know what I mean?
Yep. America, number one again.
Number one, baby.
People will like that because all of our listeners are still American.
They're still American. Oh, dude, I hope we get
I want one Peruvian listener.
Dude? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. We sell him all the merch, too. He's the only person that has merch.
God, yeah, we got to get some merch going.
I also almost tried to do a Peruvian accent right there, and then
it's Portuguese.
I can't speak Portuguese.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people can.
Dude, there's a UFC fighter who was champion. He's not champion anymore, named Charles Oliveira, and he speaks Portuguese, but he speaks such hick country Portuguese that there have been times with the translator he's want to fight, and the translator's like, dog, your guess is as good as mine, dude. I can't tell what the fuck this guy's saying.
Speaking of the UFC, I didn't realize Conor McGregor only did 14 professional fights in the UFC.
Yeah, but don't say it like that. What do you mean he only did 14 fights?
In the UFC.
Yeah.
That's not that many.
For a UFC fighter, that's a good amount of fights.
I also don't understand
Go ahead.
How they decide.
I'll explain it to you.
Thank you, Parker. Mansplain it more like it. I don't understand how they pick who's in the title fight. There doesn't seem to be
how they pick who's in the title fight?
Obviously there's the defending champ, probably.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be any kind of ranking.
Oh, there's a ranking system.
Is there?
Yeah.
Because that's the main complaint I've heard about UFC.
That there aren't. Well, okay. What they're probably saying, you have 1 through 15 fighters at each weight division are ranked, and generally it's a guy that is number one. What's supposed to happen is the number one guy fights the champion. You know what I mean? But sometimes the number one guy fights the champion and, gets injured, gets injured, and they want to do another title fight. So they'll have the number two guy fight the champion, or they'll have, if someone's, cleared out the fucking division, they don't want to just have the same guy fighting the champion over and over again.
Right.
So you kind of start going down the list of people in the top 5, but there was some absolute fucky-wuckiness that just happened in the UFC where the number 2 guy fought the number 7 guy for the vacant belt, and that's just because everything went wrong for a while. The champ got injured for over a year and a half, and you gotta have they'll let you sit out for 9 months, a year, but if you're injured for over that, they're going to strip you of the belt. And then they had this title fight with, the number 1 and the number 3 guy, right? And it ended in for the vacant title. And it ended in a fucking tie.
Damn.
So no one gets the belt. And then at that point, you're like, what the fuck? And it also wasn't that great of a fight either, so people weren't run it back.
Yeah.
So then you're kind of what the fuck do you do?
They got to split the belt.
What the people are probably talking about, though, is in boxing, I'm not 100% expert on this, but there's a system where you can have what's called mandatory fights. So if you're like the number one ranked fighter for a while, or I'm not 100% sure if it's a time thing or if it's like you defend the number one spot, not the belt, but the number one spot, like
Right.
3 times, the champion is forced to either fight you or give up the belt, which they don't have that in UFC or whatever. But yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm just unsure of the system.
I love UFC though, man. I thought you'd like it more with your martial arts background.
No, I like watching it. I'm like kind of like one of those what's it called, like a backseat driver or whatever though. I'm like, bro, the Americana's right there. What are you doing? Like, that was my go-to when I was doing jiu-jitsu.
Well, that's like the first one that you learn that you can actually do on people.
Yeah.
But it's honestly pretty easy to defend against, you know what I mean? Once you know what you're doing, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Kimuras are like absolutely fucking impossible to get at a certain point.
yeah.
Because people just don't put their arms there.
Yeah, it is weird. Well, I think like when people pull their arms up to protect themselves and like frame out if you're going for side control and stuff, they kind of give you the arm for the Americana.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think the arm triangle from that kind of same position is a little bit more like easier to lock in or whatever.
Right.
And it's less of like it's your whole body against their arm instead of like 2 of your arms against their arm, which like is a little more leverage. I'm sure people at home, our 28 listeners are like, I actually I go for the go-go plata every time.
Yeah, dude, fucking triangles, I can never get. My legs are too short.
Yeah, I can't do triangles either.
Yeah, dude,
like I've
brutal.
looked at like the space in my leg when I do a triangle, and it's like you could not fit a human
If I could
body.
get my legs around them, they're fucking dead. But
I've had people tap like from you're in mount and you like roll for the triangle where you're still on top, and I didn't even have it fully locked in, and people tap just because when your legs are short like ours, it's just insane. I think short legs are good for arm bars though. They make arm bars easier because you get way more leverage.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of miss doing jiu-jitsu. I like doing jiu-jitsu.
It's cool like going like I could kill this person right now.
Yeah.
Their life's in my hands. The hardest part is just like hiding your erection. You know what I mean?
I agree. Actually, no, me and my buddy, we did jiu-jitsu together, and after class, he's like, "Man, dude, one weird thing about jiu-jitsu is I found out I like being choked." Now that dude's in a religious cult. Kind of crazy.
Is it like a choking cult?
No, I don't think so.
Choking part of the cult? That is a weird way
it's
to
like
find out.
one of those non-denominational ones.
A non-denominational cult?
Yeah.
I feel like a big part of a cult is the denomination.
No, non-denominational is just like you just follow the Bible. There's not like you're not called a Protestant or a Catholic or anything like that. But you're also real pretentious about it, apparently.
Okay. Here's my thing. What if, kind of like the grassy knoll, they had the first draft of the Bible and the examiner spilt olive oil or whatever they drank back then, I don't even know, all over it, and then he had to redo it from memory.
Yeah.
All those names. All those names.
Jibba,
Tim, son of... Dude, I have tried reading, like, some Buddhist shit, like some Buddhist sutras. They're exactly like the Old Testament, where it's like, this guy was the son of this guy, was the son of this guy, and it's like...
Oh, God, who has time for all that?
Get to the enlightenment part,
Dude, I tried to
please.
read the Bible once. I got like a page in. I was like, this is boring as shit. Yeah, the Bible...
Blasphemy.
The Bible is not exactly a page turner, if I'm being honest with you.
It's not written like a thriller. It's not like on the first page you're like, and someone crept up behind Jesus. But before we get to that, we gotta tell the rest
You're
of the story.
probably wondering how I got here.
Oh God,
dude, if the whole Bible was from Jesus' perspective, it'd be so much better. You're probably wondering how I got up on this cross. Well, let me take you back a couple days. I was preaching in the square. Oh God, that'd be fire.
Maybe we should do that. I wonder if we could con a bunch of people out of money for that.
Oh, we 100% could.
That religion money.
Yeah.
No.
And you know it. You know that religion money's sweet.
Dude, I think that's really the move, is just to become one of those mega pastors or whatever.
Dude, you get so rich. Have you seen that guy with like the crazy white teeth and the bug eyes?
Yep.
Who's like, I talked to God. He said, get another watch. I got another watch. Then I saw
That's so baller, dude.
my brother had a better watch than me, so
Oh
I
my
got 2
God.
watches. And you're like, what? And he's like, my watch costs more than your house. And the people applaud him. I'm like, are you fucking high? Like, what are you doing?
Well, they do that like seed money thing where they're like, if you give us $500, God will give you $2,000 or whatever. And it's like, if like,
And then
like, how do you not see that is just the scammiest scam of all time?
well, they
You know
also
what I
have like
mean?
the ultimate cop out because they're like, God didn't give you the money. Then why are you living sinfully?
That's true.
So it's like, it's free money.
You know, it's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
I can't say free anything without thinking about free real estate.
It's free real estate.
That's it.
Dude, Tim and Eric are two of the best to ever do it, though.
They got
Even
some good
though,
ones.
all right, the only thing I don't like about Tim is he like campaigned to get Sam Hyde kicked off of
I did hear about
Adult
that,
Swim, and it's like,
which is bullshit because
I get why people don't like Sam Hyde. I totally get it. He's done some questionable things, but like, goddamn, is he a funny man? You know what I mean?
So I think that the what is it, Meta World Peace
$1 Million Extreme. Yeah.
Meta World Peace is the basketball player.
yeah.
It's called World Peace though, I think.
Yeah, $1 Million Extreme World Peace is
so I wasn't too far
the
off.
sketch.
But yeah, they were like the other side of the coin for Tim and Eric. Like they were they were necessary. They have some of my favorites include Gym Milk.
Gym Milk is great.
Yeah.
But like the sketch, like if you go watch some of the shit Sam Hyde says, like, yeah, it's pretty bad. But the sketches of the show itself none of them were really that bad.
Yeah, because
I don't think at all.
Yeah.
Well, there was one where he was in blackface, but yeah.
that one was pretty bad.
That one was pretty bad. But what are you gonna do? You're allowed one. You're allowed one.
Yeah,
a season.
Justin Trudeau got a blackface pass. He's still the prime minister.
And have you heard the conspiracy theory that he's not his father's son?
No.
There's like a bunch of pictures of his mom and Fidel Castro like hanging out together, and like if you look at like there are a bunch of pictures too where they put, and you can do this with like anybody, or not anybody, but like a lot of people.
Right.
You can put like their pictures side by side and put like a question mark, and they kind of look like, but like him, he does look a lot like Fidel Castro or whatever.
Damn, I didn't know his mom was hanging out with Fidel.
Supposedly her and Fidel were really good friends, but strictly platonic.
I've heard about that. I heard Jada Pinkett Smith was very good friends with Tupac Shakur.
Oh, you think they fucked?
Oh my God, for sure.
Dude, do you know what I didn't know about is Tupac and Madonna.
Yeah.
They were a thing. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
I don't feel like Madonna kind of fits the whole Tupac vibe very well, though.
No, but I think she went through a young, successful black man phase.
Okay.
Because she was fucking Dennis Rodman for a while too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, big time. I think she was one because Dennis Rodman has broken his dick 3 times, and I think one of them was with Madonna, as I recall.
Hold up. What?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Dennis Rodman has broken his dick at least 2 times. I think it's 3 times though.
How many times do you get? I thought it would be like a
one and done.
One and done type thing. You break your dick.
But he's like, I went to cum and blood came out, and I was like, fuck.
Oh my god! Oh my god,
Fuck.
dude. Jeez, I'd just pack it in right there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no
Yeah,
more
dude.
sex for me.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much because it make me nauseous.
I don't like it.
But because I know Snoop Dogg was like the story goes that Snoop Dogg was at SNL, and he's like, I needed some weed, and Tupac was in New York, so I hit up Tupac. He was bringing me some weed, and he showed up, and Madonna was with him. And
That's pretty crazy. Do you think Madonna smoked weed too?
I mean, she's pretty fucking cool. She
Yeah,
looks like
she is
some
cool.
bloated lizard now, but
Dude,
she's pretty cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love some Madonna songs.
Oh my god, dude, she's got some bangers.
Only when get into the groove.
Get
Into the groove, boy, you better prove your love to me.
Incredible.
I mean, Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free.
I like the hung up on you.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Because the original ABBA song that has that lick
Yeah.
does not use it very well.
No.
It is a nasty lick, and like you have to get through like three. After mid, yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even realize it was like the same thing, but then I heard the ABBA song and I thought it was the Madonna song, and I was a little pissed that it wasn't.
That was the other way around.
Yeah, I heard Madonna first.
I'm honestly not a big ABBA fan either.
So neither am I, and they are like hailed as the greatest pop group of all time.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, yeah, like everybody says
What,
that.
from middle-aged moms? Like, I'm pretty sure even when they're coming out, there's like a 50-year-old woman like, I'm the dancing queen again. It's just like when I was in high school.
You can dance.
There's no fucking like middle-aged white woman that doesn't love that song.
They're not my favorite, but they were the start of like that whole wave of every pop song ever that still goes to this day was written by some random Swedish dude.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, yeah, that's a big thing. It's like, so ABBA kind of kickstarted it, and then there was like one guy who was writing like all the fucking bangers.
Okay.
Written like, Britney Spears songs and shit like that back in the 90s. And then he died early, but there was like this studio where all these Swedish producers hang out, and one of them is this guy, his name is Max something, and he has the third, like you don't even know his name, but outside of John Lennon and Paul McCartney, he's written the most #1 hits of anybody in history.
Are you serious?
Some random dude named Max from Sweden.
Well, dude, I did hear about this jam band from Sweden that was actually pretty good. It was a Swedish Fish.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. No, they're good. You think that they're licorice, but they're not.
I thought that was. I came up with that joke like a minute ago, and I didn't listen to a goddamn word you said, and I was just waiting. I was just waiting to do a stupid pun.
Just fucking circling the boat.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think is the best pop artist of all time? Is it MJ? Is it Michael?
Yeah,
Michael's pretty
Michael
good.
Jackson's the best pop artist of all time for sure. I think you could put Elvis in that category.
People hate on Elvis all the time now, though. They're like, because they say he stole black people's music.
He did steal a lot of black people's music.
And it's like, okay. Like, no one else.
Dude, just stop there and be like, okay.
It's like no one else stole anything.
Yeah.
No one else copied anyone else's homework.
Yeah.
Right? Are you going to tell me, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, there wasn't a little stealing there going on?
From Boys to Men? Yeah, 100%.
That's true.
Boys to Men, what's going on? That was the whole thing with them is they were like, we need to put together some Boys to Men like groups, but we need a little less melanin.
Oh, my God. You know what's so bad is like that's literally probably there
That's
was
exactly
some producer that was like,
what happened. They were like,
what if we made these some white boys?
Yeah, we need some whites.
Some whites.
But, dude, there's some. I mean, I don't know. I think. I mean, Madonna does have bangers.
I put Madonna pretty close. I mean, Like a Virgin's another fucking banger. Even though I like the Weird Al cover better.
Yeah.
Like a Surgeon is like.
That's good.
Like a surgeon.
Actually, I think Aerosmith has the most. They have the most consecutive decades with like a hit on the billboards or something like that. Because it would be like they did. I don't know.
Breathe.
Whatever song they did, but they would do like then I Don't Want to Miss a Thing came out in like the 2000s.
Oh, that's Aerosmith?
Yeah, and
I didn't know that was Aerosmith.
Yeah, they did it for the soundtrack of Armageddon, which stars the lead singer's daughter, Liv Tyler, is Steven Tyler's daughter. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Damn, I feel like I'm really.
Steve Tyler literally does look like an old woman.
He does. He does.
He aged very weirdly.
I saw an interview of him when I was like 8, and he said, "I got my big lips from my mama," and me and my brother would say that all the fucking time. We would walk around and go, "I got my big lips from my mama."
Jesus.
People probably thought we were being racist.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
In retrospect.
That does sound like something a racist would say.
Yeah, yeah. But
what? You know who I have been getting on recently who I thought absolutely sucked? Is freaking Van Halen.
Oh, they got
just because
some
I hate
bangers.
Jump. I hate Jump so much.
Horrible
Horrible song, but I was listening to Hot for Teacher the other day.
Oh, dude, the drum intro
A
is
song
crazy.
about trying to fuck your teacher, and they just like the guitaring too. The guitaring.
The guitaring. That
The
is their whole
guitaring.
thing, is the guitar.
Is just, I mean, like just his tapping and shit is just like, what the fuck? Why did you go so hard for the song about fucking a teacher?
So here's the deal. I love that song. It's a great fucking song.
This one.
My only qualm with it is David Lee Roth is throwing out ad-libs throughout the whole song.
Oh,
He'd be like, yeah. What's up, teacher? I wonder what she's going to look like. This.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah. Like that. Fine. My problem is he says, I brought my pencil.
Yeah.
Give me something to write on. Now, I don't know if he's referring to his dick with pencil, but when I hear pencil, I don't think I can scrawl on somebody's body with this. Let me carve something into your chest.
Yeah.
You sexy
And you
teacher.
could have just gone, yeah. Trying to write on someone with pencil would be extremely painful.
That is 100% my least favorite part of that song.
I know exactly what part you're
I
talking
brought
about.
my pencil. Give
They
me
just have
something to write
random bells, and they like these dudes sound like 35-year-old men somehow too. Like
Yeah.
completely unbelievable that they're still in school, and yeah.
Man, I got hella Van Halen fun facts. I feel like I've been throwing out a lot of fun facts.
Let me
this
get
episode.
another fun fact about
Okay,
Van Halen. Give me another one.
Well, you talked about Michael Jackson. The guitar on "Beat It" is by Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, really?
That's
That's
fun
fucking
fact.
sick.
Another fun fact: their second
Get in your left-hand lane when you can.
their
Sorry.
second vocalist was a guy named Sammy Hagar, who is the founder of Cabo Wabo Tequila.
Oh, really?
So there's two good ones for you.
Wow, that sounds like a terrible tequila. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you not had Cabo Wabo?
No, I've never had
Pretty good. When places have like their quote unquote premium flights,
Yeah.
where it's like Silver Patron, Cabo Wabo often makes an appearance.
Nothing wrong with Patron too. People hate on Patron now. Casamigos is some absolute dog shit. I know
Casamigos is horrible.
People will fight me if whoever listens to this, but Casamigos is horrible, and all these tequila experts rate it as good, and I'm like, no, this tastes like shit.
I don't like Casamigos. I don't like Luna Azul. I do like.
Is Luna Azul the one in the it's left here. Is Luna Azul the one in the really fancy white bottle?
Do
you know what I'm talking about with
it's
the
like a square bottle.
Okay.
They have like a clear and I guess a brown one or whatever you call it.
Añejo.
But
Añejo tequila also tastes completely different than the other kinds of tequila.
Yeah,
I
but-
love Añejo tequila.
But no, I like Espolón. There used to be one that
Espolón's good. Yeah.
I liked in my pre-21 years called Tijuana Sweet Heat. That shit was.
Did I
good.
ever tell you about when I used to bartend, and like when I first started bartending at the country club I worked there for like 7 years. No, my bad.
I got my turn signal.
I'm
I
sorry.
see it.
I'm
I got the
sorry.
GPS. We're locked
I'm
and
sorry.
loaded.
I'm sorry. I'm just so fucking tired out.
So am I.
No. I like they had their rail, and it was all Bartons, which is like the worst fucking shit you can get. And my favorite thing was the tequila was like a white dude's name. It was, I don't remember what it was exactly, but it was like Larry's Tequila, and it's like holy shit. You couldn't even get like one Mexican guy to sign off on this tequila.
At least call him Larry Rito or something.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
some fucking
Larito.
flair on it.
Larito.
But yeah, dude, I do like tequila. I think there's a threshold though. I think once it gets to a certain price point, it's no longer good. Because I've had like some like my one friend got like some like crazy $200 bottle of tequila.
Really?
Tastes like fucking rubber. Like it's
Really?
It was smooth. Like it was the smoothest liquor I've probably ever had, but it tasted like shit. And I was like, I'd rather just have like some fucking $40 bottle.
I think Scotch is like that too.
I agree 100%. I think like any kind of like Scotch or
Like a single malt Scotch is pretty good, but once you age it for like right here is cool.
I also anything like I don't like any of that smoky whiskey Scotch shit. Like
I like some smoke
dude,
every once in a
yeah.
while. A little Lagavulin.
you ain't gonna get that smoke. But anyway, we have
All right.
officially arrived at
arrived.
Parker's homestead. So this concludes the episode, which
Yeah.
is longer than we thought it was gonna be,
Yeah.
but a good one nonetheless.
A good
I'm glad
one.
we did it.
All right, you all have a good one, and
Oh yeah, we'll put those jokes we said we were gonna put in
Yeah.
at the end right here. So bye.
bye.
Anyway, I've been getting into history recently. I think history is fascinating, right? I was listening to this podcast, and they were saying that potatoes used to be feared by people. People used to be terrified of potatoes. They thought they were evil. They thought they would give you diseases. They even thought they would give you syphilis, right? What I want to know is who was fucking potatoes? Right? Thank you. It's a good excuse for your girlfriend, fellas. Next time she walks up to you, she's like, why did I just test positive for syphilis? You can be like, oh, well, you wanted the french fries. Should have stuck with the salad.
No, AA is like it's helped tons of people, but it is like a very silly place. Like it's the 12-step program, and a fun fact for you guys: none of the 12 steps are stop drinking. That's none of the, like technically, Air Bud, a dog. There's no rule saying a dog can't play basketball. Like, you could go through all of AA just drunk off your ass the entire time with, like, a White Claw in your hand. You could do it. No, but people got mad at me for that joke. They're like, you're not supposed to talk about, like, what's said in AA. And I'm like, or else what? You know what I mean? Like, oh, no, I can't go to churches at 9 o'clock at night anymore. You know? Please help. I'm being chased by a bunch of people that can't drive. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.